we're back. So, do I look good? All right. A little different. I was working on trying to set up this. I took this, I had this set up, which was in the serialized Mias Ripper, and I thought, well, since I'm not going to use the Ripper, I'll just pull the electronics and put them to a good use and something that I'm actually going to run. So I pulled this apart, and I thought, I was like, well, I'm doing this another 24 build, and I thought, well, let's see if I can get this mounted up to a 24 transmission here. And running into hiccup after hiccup, Dad reminded me that I own a TRX4M, and this guy's giving the thumbs up, which means we're gonna go brushless for the 4M, which is good because I mean the 4M kind of sucks, so gotta give it all the love you can to make it good. So we're gonna run the micro Komodo here. Running Furitek transmission. And running all that, gonna run the old Lizard Pro. Ran these before, they're pretty good. So that should definitely make the 4M a little bit better. I don't know if it's gonna get the Reef's 99 micro. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know. I can't remember if it steers halfway decent or not. But the steering doesn't bother me as much, honestly, in the 4M, because honestly, with the 4M, I primarily like using it for is pulling my Enduro trailer, which the brushless will actually help it. It could actually use more power, but I don't really. I mean, I would trail it a little bit, but I don't crawl it. Like, you know, actually trying to put it through lines and stuff. So what I mean is like the steering, as long as it's adequate, I don't need it to be the strongest, fastest thing, you know. So we'll see about that. And it looks like this was designed for 4M as well, but I bet this would be a bit easier to make work in a 24. Just run like a washer or something, since those screw holes are humongous. So we'll get this guy put back together here in just a second, and then go from there. See what we got. All right, we got her opened up here, nice and center. Big old beefy pinion gear. I don't know if I can do any of this one-handed. Let's see. That one on. And this guy. There. this work on this meshing here real quick. All right, we're all good. Now throw some grease in this joint. As always, I use Lucas Red and Tacky. Just keep a little Q-tip or toothpick in there to apply it. And I kind of just slather it in there and then roll the gears, you know, make sure it's all incorporated. Alright, still working on getting it all even. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a grease freak. I like to make sure everything is thoroughly lubricated. And if I can't get a thorough application by, you know, putting a nice gob in there and rolling it around in the gears, then I get in here with the toothpick itself and get a little bit more precise. Make sure all them teeth get some grease. But I think this is looking pretty good. Honestly, the 4M transmission is pretty cool just because it's bigger, so it's just a little bit easier to work with there, and you can kind of just like throw a whole hob of grease in there and yeah, we're still adding more grease. Don't worry. This thing will not be short of lubrication. Look, I'm getting grease all over myself now. I'm gonna grease myself up. Curious, maybe in the comments section, what are you working on? And are you excited for Thanksgiving? Do you have any fun plans? Any fun food plans? I myself am gonna wake up extra early and start smoking some chicken, and I think that'll be a good time. So yeah, we got this sucker, I mean, greased to the walls. She's good. She greased up. I'll go ahead and pop the transmission casing back on ever so delicately. And before I even screw anything, rotate the motor a little bit. Make sure that shaft is spinning. Okay. I'm psyching myself out. I had a little washer. Okay. Okay. Should be good. Alright. I think we got it as good as we're gonna get it. Looking pretty good. feeling pretty good. Alright, so we've dug into the parts bin where I was keeping a few parts that I originally bought for the 4M when I first got it. Never got around to putting them in. So, OGRC, full brass skid, super hefty, super chunky, very thick. And this guy just mates down in there beautifully. So, it's going fairly smoothly, which leads me to believe that something will go terribly wrong. Maybe this setup not working for the 24 was the terribly wrong thing that had happened, but turned into a terribly right thing, because the setup is made for a 4M, so why not put it in a 4M that I have? So, shout out to Dad for reminding me that I have a 4M. And this should supply me with a little bit more torque, a little bit more power for towing, which is, like I mentioned, primarily what I like to use this truck for. It's just to kind of toy around, tote things around. Alright. Got that sucker bolted up. She is looking snazzy as all get out. Oh, let's take a look at the 4M real quick. Yeah. Right. And I have none of these accessories glued in. So, I will set this down here. Pick you guys up. So this is my TRX4M. It's got some Endura all-terrain tires, which I don't like anymore. I thought I liked these when I first got them, and I do not like them. I don't like all this. I just wanted a little more scale looking. So, put a, I might keep these same wheels. Or Hobby Soul wheels. But I'll probably end up switching out the tires because I do not like these. But yeah, it is just a, I kind of forget how you even open this thing. Oh yeah, it's just a clip. So I should just be able to give this a pop before I dump all my accessories. I think I've showed this before. Got a little bike. Got this from Michael's or Hobby Lobby. I'm gonna do a little patina on that. Tire, wheel, plywood, or you know, piece of lumber. A little pair of pliers. Got some old cans, whatnot, some cola and some beans or something. Got a little package, another can of Coke, and this I do have all glued together with a little weight glued on the bottom to kind of keep it from flying around so much. But just a few little scale bricks, little scale tarp that I folded up from a real tarp. Just cut a piece out and then folded it up. And then some scale bricks and a little scale wrench, all just kind of glued on there to where you could just kind of toss that in there and look pretty good. So this is what we got here. Oh, wait. Okay, that's right. The whole body comes off of this one. Cool. Look, I haven't used this thing in so long, I didn't even know how it opened. But yeah, all stock. Stock ESC and transmission motor. Stock everything except for the wheels and tires, and the bumpers are metal. So that's pretty cool. And I got a trailer hitch for my trailer. So yeah, let's I guess just start unbolting this guy. Oh, the other thing, what else I have for the 4M, I've got some brass rings, nice and thick. Will definitely add some significant weight. I've got steering links and your suspension links, all in the stainless steel from Endura, and also from Endura stainless steel drive shaft. So I'm thinking probably the most logical way to approach this is to do it all at the same time and not unhook half the links to do the skid, and then a week from now unhook them again to do the links. So I think we're just gonna go ahead and do it. All right, this is where we're at. We got the battery tray pulled off, which was interesting. Got the ESC out, and I don't know what's holding this in. There we go. There we go. Now we got stock motor and transmission out. Now I can start working on everything else. This is turned in to be quite the project. Alright, just a real quick, you want to know what grinds my gears kind of thing. Everybody hates putting together the links that are the stainless steel rods with the link ends. Endura, why can you put the steering link together, but you can't put the suspension links together? A swing and a miss. thing's taking forever. This is where we're at. Everything is like connected to everything. It's kind of weird. I'm not gonna lie. But this is where we're at. I think by the end of this, the only thing I'm gonna have to replace is the shocks, and probably gonna do different wheels and tires. And then from there, it's just, you know, the fine details. But this is where we're at. We got the skid with the transmission and motor mounted in there. About to bolt those up and move on to the links. There we go. Got the rear all situated. Looking freaking sick. Alright. Everything is in shambles, but we have got this guy set up pretty good. Now, I reckon we will get the ESC in wherever I put it. I have lost the ESC. Oh, it's right in front of me. Right in front of me. Alright. The original ESC was mounted like so, so I think that's probably going to be just about the easiest way to do it. And this truck does not have sliders, so for receiver, oh, yeah, that's right, because this is a 2-in-1. So, yeah. We'll have to get another radio link and bear it up to Old Faithful. Cool. Let's get the ESC mounted and get some stuff plugged up and get the wheels back on, body back on, take a look at it. Alright, this is where we're at. Had to put the battery tray back in and repurpose it for the ESC. Put the battery back here because the motor wire didn't reach. Oh my gosh. It's like 2 a.m. in the morning and my back is killing me because I'm sitting on a Harbor Freight bucket. We got drive shafts now. Interesting tidbit to point out the difference between the 4M and the SCX24. Both sides of the drive shaft are side specific. So the inner, like the sleeve part of the drive shaft goes to the axle sides, and then the other side goes on the transmission side. Two different shaped holes on the drive shaft. Just thought that was interesting. So yeah, I think the last thing is to get a receiver, plug her all up, and make sure she's running good. See it with the body back on. Yeah, like I said, it's been so long since I've done anything with this. I can't even remember how to put the body on or take it off. So there we go. Thinking about taking this chrome striping off, simplifying it a little bit more. It's looking a little too, maybe a little too show clean and show trucky. That was kind of the original theme for this. It was just going to be like super clean, you know, like a really good condition old truck. I don't know. Considering I have a bunch of scale accessories in the bed normally, maybe it's time to do a little something different with the looks. What do you think? Final thoughts on this build. It was different than working on SCX24 for sure. Definitely different. The links are done a little bit differently, shocks a little bit differently, skid plate a little bit different, servo, yeah, so it's just a little bit different. But I will say one thing that was a little nicer was having a little bit beefier of hardware to work with. So all in all, it was a fun build. I look forward to refining it and driving it. So until next time, peace.